personally, I love to push myself. I love to get out of my comfort zone. I guess that might come from my martial arts background as well. The suffering is very, very good for the human spirit.
It's hot.
It's bloody hot up here, it's absolutely ridiculously hot, but we managed to sneak in under some bushes here and have a bit of a sleep, and now after the old siesta we're starting to wake up a little bit, and we're hoping that it's cooled off enough that animals will be starting to move around. So Martin's heading up that way, and I'll stay here and we're just going to cover a little bit more ground. Spend another hour or two here, because we think that this is a pretty good spot, but we really need to give it a good chance as well, so give us enough time to head back towards camp tonight and check out another river, just a little river chute on the way back that we saw chamois in on the way here, and we'll just have a look in that area again in case there's any more of them kicking around in there. So.
Oh, crevices, yeah. No, you don't want to get stuck down one of those. So yeah, just take our time up here because there's a bit of ice melting. Could be some holes underneath us, so we'll just pick our way up here slowly. Not too far to go now.
Then finally, after a long hot day waiting in the sun, animals started to move.
So this is quite cool. We've got the chamois up here and he's stopped within range, and Marty's trying to sneak up the side of him, but he's going to have to be quick because the chamois, he knows something's coming up around the side of the other side of the river here, so he's stomping his hooves and stuff like that, and I just don't know how long he's going to stay there for, so it's a bit tense, we'll see, but if Marty can get to that spot, he can make a shot from there, and yeah, there'll be a bloody nice chamois in the bag, that one, so we'll see anyway. But we'll just check back on the spotter and see if he's in the same spot again. He must have seen me coming across. Yeah, bro, you'll find him,
So we got a creek coming down like a shingle creek, and looks like it comes out of the cave, if that's correct.
Yeah, that's that like slit cave thing we were looking at before.
Marty moved as close as he could to the chamois. He snuck over and got himself in position behind these bigger rocks. Still, wasn't close range and was still going to be a tough shot. and unfortunately the shot just sailed over the top of the chamois' back. It wasn't a miss, because technically it still hit the rock. I kept in contact with Marty via the radio, as per the chamois' position, hoping that he might get a second chance at it.
Edge again.
And a second chance did come along, the chamois standing broadside upon a rock, offering a perfect shot for Marty. Maybe perfect's a little strong. Oh shit. Now if you're a hunter who's been around long enough, you'll have a playback reel of these shots that run through your head every time you put your head down and close your eyes at night time. But hey, it's part of the game that we play. We just thought it was only fair to let a couple of warning shots just to let the chamois know that we were in the area and give them a bit of a heads up. Then off around the mountain we went, looking for another spot to set up for the evening.
Look at these chamois prints here. Yeah. Yeah. Just had a chamois walk across this little river in front of me. Martin is down a little bit from me and I'm up a bit more of an elevated position, so just going to spend the evening here and cover a couple of these little catchments, looking for chamois or tahr or whatever if they pop out. So we've seen one on the other side here and 4 altogether, 4 chamois, but yeah, I just want one to come out and stand still long enough so I can get a better look at it.
Undoubtedly mole bones or a new subspecies of haast eagle, maybe a combination where the haast used to mate with the moa. This was a breakthrough.
The next morning we woke to a slightly conspicuous looking sky, and also our first tahr for the trip, a young bull, far out in the distant horizon, making his way back to the bushline. We pulled camp and made the decision to head up and over the mountain until the direction that we saw the tahr. We'd go up and camp over there the night and see what we could find.
That's our rock, baby. That's where we're going to stay tonight. Under that ledge. Then it's going to rain 200 mils.
Yeah, we won't get wet.
Yeah, it'll be sweet.
Just head up there.
Watch that one. When I was stepping on it yesterday, it was all moving.
Oh, okay.
All got folded.
I'm slightly heavier than you are, Marty, so thanks for the warning.
Just heading up this river system, and we're going to go all the way up around where we slept all this morning. Marty's just behind me, dropping the kids off. So hot. It's clearing quite good though, but man, when that sun comes out, it's just going to be like yesterday, just blistering hot. So I have to find somewhere to set up camp earlier today.
Wow. Right there.
I fell asleep again.
Hey?
Fell asleep.
After spending the morning climbing, we decided to chill out at the cloud line. We'd take a leaf out of the animal's book and rest up during the day, and then we'd be in a better position for the evening when the animals started to move around. Being up here in this environment is an absolute stark contrast to the normal day-to-day life that most of us have. Just find a spot, relax, doze in and out of sleep for the day, and look around and marvel at the beauty. And you got nowhere else to be. And everything else in the world, well, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. What do you reckon, Marty?
Yeah. So we've seen 4 bulls just in this little spot in the last hour. Now, basically what happened was we were going to split up, and before we did, Martin's like, oh, let's go and have a look down here, there's a good campsite. So we had a look, and then Martin's like, there's a bull. And I looked up sort of thinking he was pulling my leg, and there was just this big frickin' bull just standing right there. And of course we'd had to made the old cardinals and they're not taking our rifles with us. And yeah, we paid. We did run and grab a rifle, but we were too late. So we just sat down to sort of look our wounds a little bit, and then a group of bulls have just popped out above us here. So it's not all's lost so far. Well, yeah.
He waits confidently for her. But they've got company. A young male. The old bull won't tolerate a rival.
I don't think that bull will tolerate those younger ones, eh, bro?
Pushing and shoving, they size each other up. The young rival seems to think he has a chance and attacks. The first few blows usually settle things in such battles, but here the stakes are high. Neither will back down. As the fight intensifies, they change tactics. The young male aims for the rump. The old bull targets his rival's legs.
This is some David Attenborough shit.
The old bull is victorious,
That was hard out, eh, bro?
but only just. The Sand River remains his to rule. Many females gathered together on this cliff inevitably attract the attention of a rival adult male.
Is Scarface up there?
His aim is to defeat Scarface and take over his females.
Yeah, bro, it is bloody Scarface. What's he up to? Oh my god.
He leads a group of outcast bachelors into battle.
Fuck, bro, I think Scarface is going for it. He's gonna take them out, bro.
Scarface spots them. He has everything to lose because if the bachelors defeat him, they won't just take his females. They will kill his babies.
Oh, hell no. Not the babies, bro.
The bachelors try to reach the high ground to launch their attack. Scarface warns them to keep their distance, but the bachelors continue their advance.
Scarface is coming, bro. Look, he's giving them the old stink eye. Oh, he's coming even closer. Good boy. Shit, he's not happy, bro. I can see his cock twitching. Look at that.
Scarface grinds his teeth to show he means business. But the bachelor leader reaches the cliff top and grinds his teeth in response.
He's looking, he's facing totally different.
If Scarface loses this battle, he will lose his legacy.
Marty, we gotta help Scarface out, bro. What do you reckon? We gotta help him.
Marty? Yeah, you
Time to strike.
Got him. Holy fuck, but I what?
Oh no, did I actually just shoot Scarface?
It's alright. Get the top one. Get the top one. Got him too. He's hit. Yeah. Go again.
And naturally, the remaining bachelors head for the safety of the surrounding peaks, stopping every now and then to look back and survey for danger, and maybe look out for Scarface. Sorry boys, Scarface ain't coming home tonight.
2 asses. Oh, behind the rock. One standing.
I think 2 will do.
Did you get 2?
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Now the recovery mission begins. We wanted to make sure that we got the 2 animals down to a safe place where we could deal to them before that bloody clay got in and caught us out.
Finally found some water. Yeah, we've been working hard. Oh, cheers, bro. Marty. Your fault.
Awesome. So we've located one. No. And now we've located the second. Just chilling out down there.
The higher bolt was hung up in a rock pitch, so I had to climb up to free him.
They came here for a feast. They came here to have some guts. Alright, I'll stop taping birds and see how you get your animal. You alright there? Yeah, it's pretty nice. Ooh, he's bombing me.
Hey, they're laughing about you now. They're going to pick on you shortly. Hamish just had a bit of a slide down a hill and all the kids got excited. They saw that it's another dead body to pick on. choice.
Can you see him?
Oh yeah.
That's what we're having for dinner tonight.
Bit crunchy, but that's future.
Yeah, they're going to make us eat crickets anyway.
That's
So
future, so might as well start now.
yeah.
It is a bit crunchy, but
More nice, alright. So what I do is I put rocks behind it like that, and then I'll pile this up with snow. The rocks will keep the arse in while the meat cool when the sun comes out in the morning. If I don't get back to it before then, and then fill it with ice and cover it with ice. A little bit like commercial sword fishing, but for Tahr. The deadliest catch. I saw a porno once that was called The Deadliest Snatch.
putting my towel on.
Nice and icy. Keep him nice and cool.
Now that we had our Tahr meat all secured on the ice, we were free to continue on with our hunt and make the most of the remaining light that we had.
I'm hoping that I'm just going to eat a bit of chocolate. I'm hoping that the clag's not going to spoil my plans. I've separated from Martin and going to go up, down, drop down to the bush line where we saw a good bull this morning. Yeah, Martin's going to go slightly different angle, see if he can find a chamois.
And with a bit more persistence, we did manage to find and film a couple of good groups of bulls. And this bull here was a really good looking specimen. Fortunately for him, he was a little on the far side, and before we could get over to him, the clag came down and closed him off. And as fate would have it, these bulls that we're looking at the moment, we'd encounter them a few days later up a different catchment.
The old Kia, I've nicknamed him Paul. He's quite a sexually aggressive species, the old Kia.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
And yesterday one tried to make love to Martin while he was trying to shoot a chamois, so that was interesting. Martin actually set up on a chamois there yesterday, which you have seen him miss. You can't blame the Kia, but would be a good excuse. That's what I would do. And he's trying to line up on it, and the Kia was on top of him, picking his head. So yeah, it's quite funny actually. Quite funny.
Unfortunately, the clag settled in for the night and forced us back to camp. This meant though that we actually got to eat tea before bloody midnight. For tea we had boiled double cheese sausages and Tahr. Now that'll put some hair on your balls, or at least around your nipples, whatever you're into. Hey, I'm not one to judge. As we fed during the night, we woke up in the morning and the clag was still settled in, which meant hunting was out, so meat recovery was on. We also had another good reason for getting done what we needed to get done and get off the mountain, and that was a weather report that had come in, and it was not looking good.
Marty's just packing up our camp because we've gone over there, retrieved our Tahr from last night. We've looked over all this country where we saw those bigger bulls, and nothing's come back up or down, and we're just closing in with, I think they'll forecast about 200 plus mils over the next 24 hours, and it seems like it's kind of starting now, kind of ease in. So we'll get off the tops and head down and camp somewhere down the bottom tonight. I'm just going to slowly move around this way here and maybe catch something feeding up on the bushes along here.
God. Holy shit. Holy crap, man. My ring piece is going like that. Okay.
Time for coffee.
He's chasing you.
Good morning.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, getting wet. Fuck's sake, how do we end up here? Hey?
Put my bare hands.
Fish? Such a marlin bone. Man.
Now, down off the tops, we look for a little bit more of a suitable campsite that we could weather the storm for at least the next 24 hours. Our timing couldn't have been better. We made camp just before the main rain hit. And then down came the rain and washed poor Wincy out. You'll have to join us next time after the rain to see how we get on chasing some chamois. Next time on Swazzy Hunting Adventures NZ, they find themselves up to their nuts in chamois guts. And after the heavy rain, it's not just the boys' members that are swollen, but the main river too. Swazzy and Marty must get across to retrieve the chamois. Will the boys make it, or be swept downriver and turned into whitebait? It's sun out, bums out. Glacial water is no joke. It can shrink a man's penis so much
It is cold.
that even poor Swazzy was left with a mere 9 inches.
There's a little one.
Will Swazzy secure a good animal, or will he himself become penetrated by a flying object? Tune in and find out next time on Swazzy Hunting Adventures NZ. Recommended PG-13. Action figures sold separately. Batteries not included.
Someone was stabbing him in the balls.